So you feel like a victim?
I'm a victim. I'm a victim of white supremacy. Yeah.
And so are they holding you back financially?
Holding me back financially? Well, they can.
Are they?
They can.
Are they?
They can.
No, but are they?
They can.
It's really sad that he's wasted this much time dedicated to learning a bunch of BS and thinking that he's living on the plantation, even though none of us have ever had to do that kind of labor or actually had to go through those kinds of trials. That was our ancestors, but that practice was abolished and those sins have been atoned for. This professional victim that Jesse Lee Peterson had on as a guest, my man didn't just drink the racist Kool-Aid. No. He ate it right out of the package.
Define white supremacy.
White supremacy means people who believe through speech, thought, and action that they should dominate, control, and mistreat people classified as non-white. And we're dominated by that system completely globally.
How do you know that?
Because they said it, the people who put white supremacy in action, they specifically said that they were doing that. You go back to the so-called forefathers of this nation, and even in some of the European nations, they specifically said we're going to create a system of white supremacy where the people who are classified as non-white will be the inferiors. They put these things into law, they put them into practice, and they put them into military defense. They defended these laws militarily, and that's where we are now.
And you said globally they've done this.
Globally, absolutely.
And so white people are smarter than black people, and have they done this to all other people? Or
yeah,
just
all people.
black
All people. No, all people are dominated.
All people color.
All people who are classified as non-white, they are dominated by the white supremacists.
So how are white people God's chosen people?
No.
Because you say no?
No.
Then why were they able to sit down and make a decision like that? We're going to build a system that control all people of color. We're going to do this and do that, and then the people of color have fallen into that.
Great
so
question.
somebody had to be smart and somebody had to be dumb.
Yep.
And it seems to me that the people of color are the dumb one because, as you said, it's the white people who are making this happen, right?
I agree 100%.
And why not overcome being dumb rather than trying to stop the smart man from doing what he does?
Because non-white people are too dumb to get smart.
Really?
Yeah,
So
because
you
Neely
agree
Fuller,
that-
there's a brother named Neely Fuller who said that the white supremacists, and I separate white people and white supremacists. There's three people, as our brother Neely Fuller said, on the planet. You have white, non-white, and white supremacists. The white supremacists are the smartest people on the planet. I 100% agree with that.
Wow. And God made them that way?
No, God didn't make them that way, but they just evolved that way because they knew that their numbers were low in the global scheme of the planet. So they had to come up with ways to survive, and they had to come up with codes. So they had to codify their actions with each other to dominate the rest of the planet. And people who are non-white, they haven't figured out those codes, and they don't understand that they have to have codes in order to combat that. So we're still fighting over tribal bullshit. And that's our problem as people who are victims of white supremacy. And we haven't been smart enough to figure that out. So I agree with you to that extent.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Did y'all know about this code that he's talking about? I'm talking to my fellow whiteys out there because I'm a 75% white dude, and up until now, I didn't know such a thing existed. That email must have went straight to spam because I sure as heck didn't receive whatever he's talking about. They didn't send me a text, they didn't send me a memo, nothing. But that's probably because here in reality, that code doesn't exist. That's worldly thinking. In reality, we were all created 100% in God's image. And that's exactly why the only code you need to free yourself from all these lies is called the Bible, the basic instructions before leaving earth. You need to start diving into God's word, repent of your sins, and follow Jesus Christ. So then we can all truly be united. Then you wouldn't be worried about all this made up nonsense.
And it doesn't have to do with God, just because somebody's dominating.
Made human beings.
It
would have to have something to do with him.
Well,
if he made white people smart, and you sound like he only made a few white people smart enough to control the world and make people of color do what they want to do.
So if you can dominate people
and control them.
So let me understand what you're asking. So if you can dominate people and control people, God made you smarter.
No, well, there are evil people who can do that too.
Right, so I agree. That's what I'm saying. So there's a lot of white supremacists.
But
they are evil.
But they're still controlling dumb people because
Right.
you have to be dumb to allow someone to manipulate and control you. But I want to ask you this.
Well, let's unpack that though. I don't want to lose that. That was very interesting. And I would have to ask you: were Jewish people in Nazi Germany dumb for being dominated by Hitler?
You mentioned the Jews. There are white people who are blaming the Jews for their situation.
Right.
If these people are so smart, why can't they manipulate the Jews too?
If who's smart now?
If the whites are so smart as you say that they are,
Right.
supremacists,
Right.
supremacists, why can't they control the Jews?
Okay, you have to define what a Jewish person is now, because the definition of Jewish, it kind of fluctuates, because you have Jewish people who are classified as white. So
And are you putting all those in the same basket?
No, because you have Jewish people who are black too, because that's why I want to know, define what a Jewish person is racially.
So, but when you mention white supremacy,
You overlook that, brother.
No,
you gotta
I'm
define,
coming to that.
Okay,
So
you got to define what a
understand.
Jewish person is racially.
First, I'm trying to
because
find out.
But see, back in Nazi Germany, they had a clear definition of what it was racially, because the thing is, the Jewish people were white, but they weren't white enough. So they wanted to get out the mulatto strain out of Europe. They've always done that. Even Stalin did that. There was another Holocaust before that with the Holodomor that they had in the Ukraine. So there's always been this thing of getting out that darker melanated bloodline, no matter how thin it is, out of Europe. They've been doing that for a long time. So
let me
a lot of
ask.
Jewish people are classified as white now. So
Are you personally classifying the Jews with the whites that you call white supremacists?
No, because you have white Jews and you have black Jews.
So are any Jews in that category of white supremacy?
Yes, you have Jews in the Klan.
And are
There's
there-
Jews in the Klan. There's Jews in the alt-right. You have a lot of Jews who do practice white supremacy. Therefore,
And are
if
there
they-
blacks in that too?
If they're practicing white supremacy, are they really Jewish? Because white supremacy is its own religion.
Are blacks included in that category as white supremacy as well?
You can't be a black white supremacist.
You said they were black Jews.
Right, but
But
I
none
didn't
of
say
them-
I didn't say in the black
But none
Jews.
of them are white supremacists?
No, because as a matter of fact, over in Israel, the black Jews are being persecuted and punished, and they have lawsuits against people practicing white supremacy on them.
So just to get it right,
Right.
there are white supremacists, and there are some of them are mixed with white Jews who are white supremacists. And you said there are black Jews, but no black Jews are white supremacists.
Right.
What I'm saying,
Are you saying that?
because I don't know, you're kind of muddling all of these definitions, and I want to make it very clear. White supremacy transcends religion. You can't equate race and religion and make it the same thing. Race and religion are two different things.
But according to you, no blacks are a part of the white supremacist movement.
Well, they're black
According to
collaborators.
you.
They're black collaborators with white supremacy, but they can't be white supremacists themselves. They're still victims of white supremacy.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like most of y'all, I don't know what this professional victim dude is talking about. He's out here blaming everybody else for his problems instead of looking in the mirror and taking personal responsibility of his life. No, brother. It's our duty to make good choices if we want to see positive results, which is exactly what I try to help my more seasoned audience do when it comes to their healthcare. Make wise choices so you're not burning a bunch of your hard-earned money. For anyone turning 65 or maybe you're already on Medicare, I got to tell you about this because I want to make sure that you're on the best plan for your needs by using a free resource called Chapter. I've partnered with them, and you have my word that it won't cost you a thing. It's most likely going to end up saving you quite a bit of money each year. And hey, I completely understand if you don't want to just take my word for it. That's okay. Let me read you a couple reviews from some of my subscribers. Devin, you're absolutely right. Chapter is definitely there to help. I called them 2 months ago. As a result, starting this November, we will be saving approximately $500 a month. Thanks to Chapter and your suggestion to call them. Thank you very much, my friend. You are welcome, John. And here's another one from Shelly. She said, I just signed with Chapter. They walk you through every part of it. It is amazing. I love them. And then last one from Anne Marie. She said, I just called Chapter for free Medicare help. Thank you so much for letting us know about these people. They were super helpful. God bless you. Well, God bless y'all. I would never lie to you. And these people are not going to BS you. The only BS you'll get from Chapter is better service. And there's many more reviews just like the ones I just shared with you. I left the link for you and the phone number down in the description below. You should also see it on your screen right now. So make that call. It'll probably take you about 20 minutes. Hopefully it'll be the best 20 minutes that you spend all year. So back to the video.
What is it like being a man and spending a lifetime looking at white people and complaining about them and trying to get them to let you be a supremacist or a real man? What's it? I can't imagine living a lifetime thinking that some other man, whether he's white, black, Jewish, whatever it might be, Asian, is holding me back in life. As a man yourself,
Right.
what does that feel like?
Well, I don't complain to the white supremacists. All of my messages are for the victims of white supremacy.
Right, but your whole thing is about the white man.
The white
What is
supremacists,
it-
the white supremacists,
what
not
is-
the white man, the white supremacists.
Right,
Let's be
it's
very
still
clear.
about men. They are
No,
white
the white
men.
supremacists, because you have white female supremacists too.
So men and women,
No,
white.
white supremacists.
Right.
Let's be very
Well,
clear.
what
White
does it
supremacists.
feel like to be a man who believe that these people are holding you back.
Right.
And so you spend a whole lifetime building your life around them, trying to stop them, and they're moving on with life and doing what they do
Right.
anyway.
Right.
What does that feel like?
What do you mean, what does it feel like? I
Does
feel
it
like a
feel-
victim of white supremacy.
So you feel like a victim?
I'm a victim. I'm
And
a victim of white supremacy. Yeah.
And so are they holding you back financially?
Holding me back financially. Well, they can.
Are
they? They can.
Are they?
They can.
No, but are they?
They can.
Well, I didn't ask you if they could.
Can. If I get too powerful, yeah, they'll chop my stuff down just like they chop everybody else's stuff
Well,
down. For example,
No,
because
let me
we get
ask-
into that
I wanna
money. No,
stay
no,
with
wait, I
that
want to
for- I'll
unpack
come
that.
back to that. No.
I want to unpack that
I
about
wanna
that whole
ask,
money thing.
are they holding you
because
back
you can make
financially?
you can make a lot of money.
Terry.
They'll do the Bill Cosby thing. They can put all types of crazy charges on you.
Terry.
They can deplete your money. So
Are they holding you back
what
financially?
do you mean, are they holding me back? I'm in a prison called white supremacy that's global. So we're allowed, certain black people are allowed to have certain resources, but they know they can take
Are
it back
they
from certain
holding
black
Tariq
people.
Nasheed back
Well,
financially?
I'm in a system where they can hold me back.
But right now they're not holding you back.
Well, they can hold me back.
Are they holding you back?
Define holding me back.
You don't know what, are they holding you back from being successful in your life?
Well, I'm successful because I understand white supremacy, and I'm successful as far as I can be, as much as I can be, because they can stop my success at the drop of a hat. There was Malcolm X was successful until they killed him. Dr. King was successful until they killed him.
Well,
so
it
I can
was-
still be killed no matter how much money I have.
Are you saying
So
that-
I don't define my success
So
through money.
right now they're not holding you back.
Yes, I'm telling you, in a system of white supremacy, they can murder me with impunity right now.
Do you
So
feel that they
what is
are,
holding me back? There was
do you
in
feel
Nazi
that-
Germany, you had rich Jews going into the gas chamber. So holding me back, were
Do
they
you
held
feel
back?
that the white supremacist male is a better man than you?
No, they're smarter than black people collectively. Yes.
Are they smarter than you?
Black people, well, to a certain degree, I would say yes, because I haven't figured out how to replace the system of white supremacy with justice yet. So I guess I'm not smart enough because I haven't figured it out yet. That's why I work every day to try to figure that out.
Think about this guy's life for a second, y'all. He wakes up every new 24-hour cycle with this same delusional thought process. That's got to be draining. And to me, it's really sad that he's wasted this much time dedicated to learning a bunch of BS and thinking that he's living on the plantation, even though none of us have ever had to do that kind of labor or actually had to go through those kinds of trials. That was our ancestors, but that practice was abolished and those sins have been atoned for. The only enslavement or prison that's going on today is trapped in people's minds. All of this unwarranted whining and excuse making, 99.99% of people in society are not out to get you or oppress you in some way because of your color. It just doesn't happen that way. My goodness, stop with the race hustle. Quit with this garbage. That's a democratic agenda, a smoking mirror that's used to keep us divided in order to keep those of us with righteous hearts and good intentions from truly coming together and uniting and defeating their evil schemes. That's Satan slithering his way in. And can you imagine just how much more fruitful and peaceful this country would be if people like this guy would retire this pessimistic energy and instead dedicate themselves to being grateful and just acknowledging all the blessings that we've been afforded? Society would be so much greater off, and we would see the progression. We would see the enhancement in all the best directions possible. That's what God created us for. He created us to produce good works, to walk in those. But people in this society are very godless, and they look to themselves and they look in the mirror and they only see a reflection of this facade, this denial, this state of living that isn't based in reality. Just because you repeat a lie time and time again and you want it to be true doesn't make it true. Repeating a lie is still repeating a lie. There's only certain things that are facts, that are true, that are unchanging and unwavering, and that's what God says. And God says that he created us all in his image, starting with Adam and Eve, and that's just the way it is.
Do you believe that human beings are in a fallen state,
What does that mean?
have fallen away from God?
Human beings falling away from God?
Yes.
No, not all.
No,
Not all.
you
That's,
believe-
that's interesting, though. Falling away from God. So how do you fall away from God?
So first,
Because
do
God
you
is omnipresent. How do you fall away
let
from
me just
something that's
ask first, do you
omnipresent?
believe that human beings are in a fallen
brother,
state?
Brother, I'm trying to get you to define what you're
I'm
saying.
trying to
brother.
hear your thought. You're my guest. I'm trying to see
but-
how you are seeing things.
But I don't know
Do-
what you mean, though.
I
because
just- it's
again,
very
I'm in
falling
a
away
system
from
of white
God.
supremacy, so I'm not as smart. Because you have access to the white supremacists. You're close with them, so you're a little
That's
smarter
right.
than me.
I'm as smart as
You're
you
a
are,
little
buddy.
smarter than me.
If you
But
can't
so I
beat
just
them,
need clarity. I just
if
need
you
clarity.
can't beat them, join them.
Yes. And I know them butter biscuits are good in the big house, ain't they,
That's how it's
Jesse?
served.
Jesse is absolutely hilarious. I don't care who you are. You have to respect his trolling ability. We know and have come to expect this out of him. But the thing I love about JLP so much is that he's not only entertaining, he not only provides awesome content, but more importantly, he's always playing chess 10 moves ahead of all of his guests. And he's heard this same old tired white man bad rhetoric for decades. And as a black man that grew up in the South and succeeded how he has, he's not going to let these lies slide, and always reveals just how goofy these people's arguments are. And honestly, that's why I break these kinds of videos down, to show just how cattywampus things have gotten. And yeah, we have fun, we laugh and all of that, but my goal with making content is to try and help this godless society recognize that the only real division that's separating us in this world, it's not color, it's good versus evil. It's those of us that look to Jesus Christ and those that think they got it all figured out and think that their way is going to lead to the promised land. And that's just sadly never going to be the case. You can do as much virtue signaling and race hustling as you want to, but in the end, if you don't pursue the way, the truth, the life, the Messiah that is Jesus Christ, then you're going to end up in hell. You're going to end in destruction. And I don't want that for anybody. Pray for these people, pray for all the lost souls in this world, and do your best to continue to guide them to the kingdom. And Lord willing, I'm able to continue to do that on this channel, and I hope you rock with me and join in. But before I lose my English and my capability of putting together a coherent sentence, it gets a little mumbo jumbo when you get to ranting. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Drop a comment below saying whatever you want to if you made it to this point in the video. Let's keep this conversation rolling.